Hey guys, welcome to episode 1 of Nuggets and Nuggets, where we are just gonna have some nuggets and share some nuggets and talk about nuggets.
There you go. So here's our nuggets for today. And this is really what brought it all about, what got this thing started, okay? So today we're gonna be sampling Wendy's spicy nuggets, okay? These are back for a limited time only. And the reason they're back is because there's a guy named Chance the Rapper who with one single tweet caught the attention of Wendy's corporate, and they said, hey, you get enough likes on this tweet, we will bring him back. And I was one that proudly supported and liked that tweet, so I feel responsible for helping bring back Wendy's spicy nuggets. So you're welcome. You need to run out and try them. We're gonna try them right here. What do you think?
Before we do that, we can't review these nuggets without the nugget chart.
What?
So
this is a surprise. Oh man.
We're gonna rate these nuggets
on
presentation, crispiness, tenderness, breading, seasoning, sauces, if any, and color.
Okay, all right. Well, I had an unfortunate experience. We'll get to that in a minute. But okay, I love it. The nugget chart. This is great. Okay, so yeah, so every week we are going to sample nuggets from around town, and we have come up with a surprisingly long list that you may not realize even are available to us. So yeah, let's give it a shot. Oh, that's good.
Definitely a nugget.
There's a kick. There's a spice. It takes a second to get there.
So, presentation. It's a good box. It's got the fire. That's a good touch. I don't know if you can see that. Got the fire on the package.
I didn't notice that. That's excellent.
That's good. I'm gonna give presentation like an 8 out of 10.
Look at here. They've got some of their Twitter feed on the back of the box. I'm gonna give it a 9.
I'm also gonna give it
solid 9.
9 out of 10.
Maybe a 10 if this wasn't wrinkled right here. Okay, cool.
Get it together, Wendy.
Crispiness?
It's definitely crunchy.
I mean, that's also subjective, but I think there should always be a bit of a crisp, at least on the outside, which is why we get to tenderness later. Well thought out. This is an excellent chart. Crispiness? Yeah, this is good.
I'm gonna give that an 8.
I'm gonna go with a 7.
Oh, you need a pen, don't you?
I do. That's okay. I wasn't prepared for this because I didn't know that we were doing the nugget chart. What did I say? I said a 9 on that. Crispiness. I'm gonna go with a 7. All right, tenderness. I mean, on the inside, it's a nugget, man. I mean, it looks better than some of the other fake blended up nuggets that you see in other nuggets. I don't know. It's very tender inside. I like it. I'm good. I'm good with an 8 on that. You?
I think I'm gonna go down to a 6. Just because it is pretty tender, but I would like to see a little more juiciness out of it. A little more like real chicken nuggets, not pieces of chicken, not.
That's a better way to put that. Because as a guy that used to have a flock of chickens, they don't actually have nuggets on their bodies anywhere. So
not like us.
All right, breading. Breading, what do you think?
I think the breading is good. I mean, I like that it sticks to the nugget. It doesn't like slip off like
McDonald's. I think that's what we're gonna find with them. But anyway,
I'm gonna give that a 10.
Okay,
it's a good breading.
I'm good with 10.
Seasoning, 11.
11. I mean, this is a really tasty nugget. It's got excellent seasoning to it. So, yeah, breading, what was it? 10, 11. I'll just stick with the 10. Sauce. I asked for sriracha sauce. You know what I got? I got nothing. So I got to give you a 0, Wendy, because you let me down on that one. And gosh, I bet that I love sauces. I think it's a very important thing. It just really brings it all together. And they let me down. So
I'm gonna give it a 1, not a 0, because I have had the sauce before. But I'm disappointed that it didn't come with any today.
We have a couple extra in the bag. There we go.
Yeah.
Boom. We're not done yet. That's nice.
And then, it's a heart. Color. So, I mean, it's golden brown. It's typical
a circle.
Chicken nugget color. I'm gonna go
standard issue.
Standard nugget color.
No,
standard nugs. I'm gonna go with 10 because it's a good color.
I like it. I'm good with 10. All right.
So,
Good.
what do we score? I can't do math. We're gonna figure this out the old-fashioned way. The calculator that I was never gonna carry in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yeah. Do you remember having them on your watch?
Oh yeah. Casio data something. My dad has that watch. So for me, 8 plus 6 plus 10 plus 11 plus 1.
I'm at 54.
I'm at 55.
Ooh. All right.
So spicy nuggets, 55 out of 70.
I got 54 out of 70.
Pretty good.
So that sets the bar. We'll see what happens next week. I'm into it. Yeah, so anyhow, like I was saying, this guy Chance the Rapper, he tweeted and brought this up, and here we are. Let's talk about Chance just a minute, okay? So Chance is an interesting performer, an interesting rapper, because he's a guy that got started really on his own, okay? He became famous without having a big deal, without having a record deal or anything like that with a major label. And so there's a couple things that are significant about that. First of all, his fans are fiercely loyal because they feel like they were in at the beginning. Mm-hmm. And secondly, it just kind of speaks to our culture and the times that we're at, that you can become famous kind of on your own, through social media and through YouTube and things like that. We're like we're in a very different stage, and so that's kind of how Chance got his rise. Now we can't really condone his music because he drops explicit language and things like that. There was an award show where he was performing, and he brought in Chris Tomlin's "How Great Is Our God," and so a lot of people thought, oh man, this guy's a believer, which he claims to be, and he is, but his art and his music is it's not something that we can necessarily recommend. But here's something that was interesting. His second album was there were huge expectations for it. Thanks, Wendy, for the drink. We're not sponsored by Wendy's yet. So anyhow, his second album, huge expectations for it. And it peaked pretty high on the Billboard chart, but then there's a Christian rapper named NF, okay? His name is Nathan or Nate, and I don't know how to pronounce his last name. So he came in and unseated Chance and stayed at number 1 for a little while. And that was really significant because people didn't expect that. And so let's talk just about NF for just a minute. Now, your kids may be listening to NF. He's one of these guys that he doesn't want to come across as a gospel rapper or a Christian rapper. He is a Christian who raps. Back in the 90s and early 2000s, that became a big thing. People wanted that designation, and so that's what he claims to be. And so a lot of his music is not just overtly singing to God or anything like that. But if your kids listen to him, you may have caught wind of it before. And you might notice he seems angry. Like, that's the theme of a lot of his albums, is just, I'm angry, I'm angry, I'm angry. This last one, however, that peaked up number 1 on the Billboard chart and stayed there for a while, the theme seems to be, I'm angry, but I'm doing something about it. And that's noteworthy. That's something important to take note of. And so, if your kids are into that, you will notice, if you listen to their music, and I do, I actually like this album, I listen to it, there is more hope than what he has expressed before. And this is a guy that comes from hard places. He's got a really difficult background in childhood of abuse and foster care and all this kind of stuff. And so I think it's worth taking note of if your kids or you are into rap music. So
something else that is I noticed about his album today is that it doesn't shy away from talking about mental health issues, which is a big deal for our culture right now. Is we're starting to talk about it in a different light than we have been in the past, and I think it's a really healthy thing. So I think it's really cool for an artist in that style of music, or an artist in general, to be so upfront about what's going on in his heart and in his head, and hopefully it moves our culture forward in a place where we can freely talk about those things without a stigma, without judging people, and really bring those kinds of issues to the forefront of the culture.
Absolutely. Cool. I agree. All right. So there's your nugget from the culture. Share a nugget from the news.
So something crazy happened a little while ago, just about a week ago, give or take. A pastor in South Africa, his name is Connie Hallowell, South African name, I guess, but he was spearfishing, and a wave crashed over him and pushed him onto a reef, and his spear gun went off because it crashed against the reef, and it shot himself in the head, but through the cheek and out like over here, and he survived. Not only did he survive, but the doctors said that it managed to miss every vital organ. I don't know if you know this, but your brain is a pretty vital organ, and it missed it.
Yeah.
It missed his eyes, it missed like his sinus passages, it just went in one side and out the other. So I think we could throw a picture on there of what this dude looked like, but it's incredible that he survived. And so the doctors released him after just 48 hours of being in the hospital. All they did was like take it out and like give him pain meds, I guess, and send him on his way because he was A-okay.
Got shot in the head, shot in the face, and yeah, no lasting effects.
No big deal. Just wild. So, we just want you to know about that because it's crazy. And he shouldn't be alive, but he is.
There you go. There you go. All right. Very good. Very good. Well, so here's our final nugget that we want to drop on you tonight. So this is Wednesday. You'll be seeing this on Thursday and through the weekend. But tonight in student ministry, we're going to be talking about talking about the parable of the rich fool that Jesus teaches in Luke chapter 12. And we're just going to be discussing, just how important it is to be content with the things that God has given us and to not plan too far ahead about and get too worked up over the things that we don't have. And it's just it is a message that I feel like a lot of our kids and any of us can really connect with, because we all fight that battle of just being content with what we have and viewing everything that we have as belonging to God. And the whole point of the whole purpose behind God giving us anything is so that we can invest that into the kingdom and not use it for ourselves. So that's what's going to be going on tonight. We're really excited and thankful for the chance to be able to hang out with your students, and we're looking forward to a good time of worship together tonight.
Yeah. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is the first episode of Nuggets and Nuggets.
Episode 1.
We'll see you next time.
Boom.